Hello, Capricorn. That's how they say Capricorn, New Orleans. But welcome to your February 2019 love reading. I'm Princess India. If we haven't met, hello. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'd shake your hand, but I'm in the screen of your phone or your computer. But if you've been cross-watching, you know I have a Valentine's Day card for you, of which I'm going to read. I'm truly fortunate. You would think I would have it memorized by now. I'm truly fortunate to have you in my life. And I don't need a cookie to tell me that. But I'll take one anyway. You know I love a cookie. Love always. Your Taurus friend, Princess India. Hello again, Capricorn. I didn't go anywhere. I just felt it was appropriate to say hello again. Not really. I just didn't know what else to say. But welcome to your reading again. Everything you need to know is in the description box below this video. And of course, we're starting with love because Love Day is on the 14th. Aren't you excited about Love Day? So anywho, the pre-registration for the Reiki course is up on my site as well as the waiting list for personal readings. And if you don't know, because I'm integrating my POS system into my site because it's a different setup this time around. So you'll be able to pick the day that you want your reading. But I'm waiting to get all of that stuff situated. But everyone that's on the waiting list are going to be the first to be able to book with me. So I'm going to close it. As soon as I open them, it's going to be, closed. And only the people who are on that list are going to be able to get readings from me. And then after that, I'm going to announce them to the general public once I knock them out. So if you're about that life, holler at your girl on the website. Get on the waiting list. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else of dire importance. If I think of it, I'll put it in the description box. But anyway, we're going to be taking a look at you as well as your cross watcher. So we're going to get an overall energy from the whispers of love, because you have to whisper when you say it. And then we're going to use the tarot sexual magic to see what's going on between you and your cross watcher / person of interest. Lord only knows what will come out. I don't know. The readings have been very woo-woo, It's all because of the stuff that's going on. But anywho, we're going to ask Spirit to give us clear and direct guidance for Capricorns for the 1st through the 15th of February. Please, Spirit, anything that Capricorns need to know, anything of utmost importance, anything to assist them on their path journey. Why is my heart chakra on fleek right now? What you doing, Capricorn? To assist them on their path journey, please, Spirit, and please give me the ability to offer them clear and direct guidance and whatnot or whatever in a clear and concise manner, Spirit. And I thank you in advance because I know you're good for it, Spirit. First card is going to be for Capricorn, the second for their cross watcher. Whoa. Okay, Capricorn. Around here acting like a Taurus. What is wrong with you? Oh, yeah. Interesting. Receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovely from others is a way of showing love. Love is an action word. Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person deserving of all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Very, very true. I already know what the issue is here, Capricorn. I'm going to go ahead and diagnose you. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to diagnose you. Let me see. So here's the deal. My heart chakra. That's exactly why my heart chakra lit up. Because the issue is, it's an internalized lack mentality, which is usually rooted in I'm not good enough. That's why you're acting like a Taurus. Because that's the thing that Taurus is dealing with this month in their reading. It's being a person who's always giving, or your life, like your worth and value being intrinsically tied with your ability to give or provide for others. And Spirit is telling me like a male. So this may very well be a Capricorn male who, you know, so let me put this within a framework so we can, you know, get the whole vibe here. It's more or less like, say if there's a Capricorn male and he's been like, you know, the provider, like the, you know, generalized conditioned male role. Like I'm the man, I'm supposed to provide, pay the bills, things of the sort, right? And you lose your job, right? So you're in a place to where you're looking for work, you haven't found work, your wife's going to work every day, and it's like that sense of feeling, I don't want to say emasculated, I don't want to say that, but it's just feeling less than a man, feeling less than a man because you're not able to provide, right? So it's coming into the realization that your worth and value is not intrinsically tied to your ability to do. It's literally because of who you are, which is very similar to an epiphany that I had this morning. It was something, I totally got triggered. Everybody in my Twins R Us group knows what that's about. But I totally got triggered this morning, and I just started crying. And I'm like looking at myself like, why are you crying? It's like, yeah, this sucks, but it's not that bad. But then I ended up, one of my subbies, shout out to Xavier. I don't know if he's going to cross-watch Capricorn. But anyway, he did a reading this morning. And as soon as he posted the cards up and I looked at them, that's when like I made the connection. So that was my little roach, right? And it's something I had dealt with. Like this had to be maybe 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. But there was a connection with that. Now the funny thing is the fact that, and this is a lesson that I'm going to teach you about something that's really huge that I tell every single client that's in my practice. Like, it's possible to be mentally stable, right? But to be emotionally unstable, because your emotions and your mental are two different things. So even if you're like a CBT person, for my people out there that know what CBT is, cognitive behavioral therapy, you can logically understand what you're dealing with or what's happening. So I could be going through life and like get triggered and start feeling a certain type of way. And I can think, you know what? That is a maladaptive thought process. You know what I'm saying? That's a defense mechanism that you're doing right there, right? So I could do that. But if I haven't learned how to manage my emotions, because it doesn't automatically translate to the two, it's like I could know what I'm supposed to do, but still not be able to control my emotional space. Now, I say all of that to say, why does my heater sound so loud? Okay, anyway, I say all of that to say that this is a situation where even though you understand what's going on, it doesn't change the way that you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So even though oh, I lost my job, or, I got laid off or whatever, that doesn't automatically translate to the fact that your feelings are supposed to change about it, right? Or that they will automatically. So it can seem like something, like with it being related to an inner lack mentality, is I feel that this goes back to something that's a conditioning from way back when. It's not something that you're dealing with now, kind of like how it was with me. This is a thing that I was so 100% sure that I was over, because consciously every day I felt no way about it one way or the other, right? But today, with all those emotions that came up with me being triggered by something that was within that same exact framework as that wound, it's almost like any little residue or remnants that I had of the emotions tied to that came up. And as soon as I made the connection, it was like, that's so funny. So retrospectively, it's funny because you can have understanding of something in a mental space. You can totally get it. I totally understood what happened to me years ago. You know what I mean? Because it was like a betrayal. So I understood that. Like, I got it. I'm like, I see the person this way. I see that they did that. I see that this happened like this. And I thought I was good. But that emotional aspect, even though it's like I cried about it back then, I cried a whole lot about it, y'all. Ooh, goodness. I'm going to tell you the story one day. But anyway, but I cried a whole lot about it then and healed. But there's always like a little residue that's left from everything that we go through. And kind of like what I talked about in the collective reading. And I talked about spiritual roaches, like that was my little spiritual roach. And I feel like for you, this is yours. So it's something that's related to feeling undeserving or feeling, thank you, Spirit, it's conditional love. So it's feeling as if I need to give to get. So if I'm not giving, I can't get. So if it's in a space to where you can't provide for someone, oh, thank you, Spirit, because I think that was the point that I had forgot for a second. If you're at a point to where you feel like you can't provide for someone, right? And that's tied to this feeling of worth. It's like the realization you'll come to is the one that's funny for me today because looking back on that experience for me, I had to laugh at myself for a second when I made the connection because it's like I realized I'm trying to say it without having to tell you the whole story, but it's pretty much someone took something from me, right? And this thing that was taken from me was like something at the time that I coveted like a child, but it wasn't a child. It was a business model, right? So it was a former friend of mine who stole my business model. And we were like really good friends. So of course she knew about it, knew I was working on it. But I didn't have the money and she did. So she took my model, started the business, all right? But I was so broken because I had tied my identity, my value, and my worth into that concept. But that's funny to me now because it's like, dog, it's a concept. Like it's a model, it's a business. Like that's not your whole life. So it's funny to me now that I couldn't make that connection then, but where I am now, it's like, that's funny. Like that, you were upset about that. But at the time, that's where my awareness was. I really believed that I was my work. But now it's understanding that what I do, even though it's an extension of me, it's not me. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, and specifically Capricorn, if you're an artist too, because sometimes artists are afraid to put out their work, not like painters. I mean, if you are a painter, but not just painters, whether you're a rapper, singer, poet, short story writer, whatever. A lot of times for this, we'll hold ourselves back from receiving and block ourselves from that as well, because it's like, it looks like, oh, I'm scared to put my work out because I don't want to be rejected, but it's really a fear of success. So the thing is to come in tune with, your identity and your worth and your value. I know this got really long, y'all. I'm sorry. It's coming to the realization that your identity, your worth, and your value is not intrinsically tied to what you have or what you're doing. It's like outside of those things, even no matter how great they are, your worth and your value it far surpasses and supersedes any contribution just because of you being who you are. So it's a need to recognize that. Man, that was a lot. I'm not a short storyteller, y'all. I'll be trying. I think I broke like a Guinness Book of World Records at the fact that my repeating number video was like 4 minutes. See, I can talk quicker if I don't have cards. I promise you. All right, next card is for the cross watcher. This is so funny that I didn't even pull cards like talking about it. But I really feel like that message is important though. But I feel you though. I so feel you. I was like cracking up laughing. I was like, I was all in my feelings. They post that stuff and I was like, oh, that's not even a problem no more. All right. Love is all around you, cross watcher. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Now that reminds me of the repeating number video because that was the whole premise of that. Spirit is with you all of the time. I look at love as being synonymous with spirit, whether that be in a romantic sense, a friendship sense, it doesn't matter. I feel like God is love, love is God. The two are synonymous, right? So it's understanding that no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, you know, spirit is always with you and you're always supported. So in every situation, no matter what, everything is always working out for your greater good, even if it doesn't look like that initially. Okay? Because like situations in which, like tower situations, for instance, it's like situations like that, it begins really bad. But, okay, prime example. I can use myself again with my little realization I had this morning. If you look, like how I looked all the way back to that situation that happened like in 2013. For me at that time, that was the end of the world. That's like the worst possible thing that could ever befall a human in my mind at the time. But now you fast forward to 2019. Looking back at that, it's funny because it's like, man, Spirit really had my back with that one. Because if I actually would have launched that business, I would not be here right now. Kid you not. Like that person taking my business model literally altered the course of my life. That was my turning point that led me here. Had it not been for that, I don't know. Maybe I'd still be a news reporter. Who knows? But anyway, first card for Capricorn. Ooh, we have the Star. So keep that in mind, cross-watcher. Everything's always working out in your favor. It just may not look like that initially. Then we have the Strength card. Man, y'all got 2 major arcanas up in this piece, Capricorn. Oh my God, you got 3. Then the Sun. Whew. Papa Molly, I'm sweating. Whew. That's how I feel right now. This is interesting. Oh. All right. I can tell you right now, there's a fear of vulnerability. The reason why you fear being vulnerable with this person is because you don't feel good enough. You don't feel good enough. So what I'm really feeling here, and I don't know if this is going to relate to the cross watcher or not, so I'm just saying it with these cards, is okay. Okay, I'm hearing a couple of different things. Okay, so there's somebody who isn't where it is that they want to be in life, right? And this person that you're interested in or that you're dating isn't, like, I mean, they're kind of, I don't want to say on a higher level, but it's like they're more advanced than you in the sense of like being financially stable. So say hypothetically, you could still be in college and this person graduating is in their career type of deal. And it's more or less like you trying to maintain, I don't want to say that you're kind of playing mind games. I mean, not in necessarily a malicious way, but it's kind of like a head game type of thing. It's almost like, okay, so this is, okay, if this is a Capricorn dude, and always know this can go both ways. If it's a Capricorn dude and you're dealing with a chick, right? And she has her career, you're still in school. It's almost trying to provoke insecurity in her. So it's really you projecting your insecurity onto her to kind of trauma bound her to you. So it's to kind of throw her off kilter, to knock her confidence down a little bit so she doubts herself so that you don't lose her. That's hella manipulative. Like, I'm being real with you. But it's like, I don't sense that you're being malicious. It's like you're really doing it out of place of you being insecure, but that's still not okay, right? Because I feel like this person really wants to be with you anyway. They don't care. And I feel like I've said this before to somebody. think I said that Sagittarius last month. But it's like they really don't, they're not concerned about that. They don't care, right? For others of you, I'm seeing that you guys are doing personal work. Like you're kind of trying to tame the beast within your little shadow self. But the thing is that that's still something that you don't need to be too concerned about. And that's why I feel like Spirit is kind of fast tracking you. Like self-acceptance is what is key here, because I think you're trying, it's like you're about to go through a whole bunch of rigmarole. And I'm hearing it almost like somebody who's about to spend like a whole bunch of money on like, like those little things that they advertise like on Facebook. And it's like, like this, what is it, with the guy, Tony Robbins or something, like going to do something like that, spending money you really don't have to try to gain power over yourself. And I feel like Spirit's just kind of like, hey, so before you go spend, $10,000 on this is kind of what it is that's going on, just accept yourself, just say, this is where I'm at. I'm still in college. This is where I'm at right now. And I don't have to try to be anything other than I am. Because the key is here. Oh, interesting. That's 2 8s. But because the key is here, you're already enough for this person. You know what I mean? Now, and then I think with others of you, you're trying to, this is very, very interesting. This is a very straight to the point message, and then I'm going to the cross watcher. There's others of you who are trying desperately to hold yourself, but you really want to get their booty like really, really bad, and you're really, really hoping that they don't like hit it and quit it, but you really want to do it, and y'all probably just gonna do it. Can't really tell you how that's gonna pan out, but just be careful with that, because, especially if you just met them, cross watcher. I don't know how this reading's gonna turn out. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, y'all gonna do it. Oh, God. What is really happening in America? Okay. The Devil. Whew. All right. So, your cross watcher wants to get your booty. They do. They really do. And be careful with that, because you could get pregnant, But, so this is kind of a forewarning, man. I feel like, okay. I feel like there's a falsie that's coming, right? I really get the gist. If we stick with this theme of the person who's doing the personal work, I feel like you're doing the personal work because you want to, it's almost like you're preparing yourself for a future partner, right? So and that's kind of how I was with Virgo, is making a decision to, put the work in on myself, get to where it is that I want to be type of deal. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you're drawing this person in, but you know how I always talk about my is not is paradigm. In order for what is to come, what is not has to manifest first, right? So the is can fill the void of the is not. I feel like right now you guys are in the is not. When you're in the is not, it's going to draw in lots of things that are is nots, right? So before the is manifests with the sun, which is like true happiness, vulnerability, fruitfulness, the is not is going to manifest first. And you really need to tap back into all of the lessons it is that you learned in this past cycle that we closed out, to make sure that you don't make a mistake that you've made before. Because this could be one of those things where, this could be one of, yeah. Because this person is non-committal. Like they're not, they fear commitment and they fear vulnerability. Oh man, this is so weird. This is like, dog. This is a warning reading for somebody. All right. They fear commitment. So this person is like a reflection of you, but in an is not type of form, right? Like a lower vibrational form. It's like you're afraid to open up to people. right? But you're afraid to open up to people because you're insecure and you don't want to be taken advantage of. So you're not usually the one to take advantage of people. You're more likely to kind of avoid because you feel like it's almost the mind frame is like, I'm protecting people from my ugly or something. Like I'm protecting people from me, or I don't want them to know like what exists underneath it all, blah, blah, blah type of thing, right? That's just a narrative. But on the flip side, this person is also insecure, right? But the thing with them is they never stick around with people long enough to actually build something because they have that same fear that if I let people too close, they'll see the ugly and like reject me. So they reject other people before they get rejected. You know what I'm saying? So they're kind of always in and out. So in everything it is that this person does, they do it just to have sex with people. So they will come to you with an Ace of Pentacles, right? And it will seem as if this ace, because I always say like the 10 exists within the ace. So it's almost as if they're planting the seed with you and you're thinking it's going to manifest into the 10, but it's not. But the thing that keeps people sticking around is the fact that they're moving super slow and they're like, oh, you know, because I've been hurt and blah, blah, blah type of deal, right? But the whole thing is with them, it's like a sexual addiction. So it's like this is something that they're doing with a lot of people. Like this person is hella lustful, right? They may be into like some, 50 Shades of Grey type stuff. Lord have mercy. Yeah, let's not do that, And look, I'm gonna tell you something else that Spirit just showed me. There's the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil. The Devil is also seen as the Capricorn card, not implying that Capricorns are devils, right? But I feel like specifically for a cross watcher, this is how I'm seeing this now. It's like a cross watcher who's watching this for a Capricorn person. This is all you in this second row. Ain't none of the stuff that's up here about them at all, not even a little bit. So if it's somebody, some little Rico Suave and just slid up in your DMs or something like that, the only thing home dude is trying to do is finesse you because he's trying to smash. And that's just the real. You know what I'm saying? So what it is that you've been calling in, cross watcher, whatever it is that you've been trying to call in, that's coming. But this is not as coming as a test to make sure that that's really what you want. And the same for a Capricorn who's watching this for themselves, right? If you guys have been doing personal work and have been making decisions in alignment with what it is that you're trying to manifest in your life, which is your ultimate illuminated, enlightened happiness, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, right? Balancing your inner, divine masculine and feminine and all that good stuff. This is not, so this is like a forewarning for somebody who could be coming in. Didn't I say this? This person is like a freaking spiritual roach. Jeez Louise. Watch the collective reading if you haven't already. But yeah, dude, that's what I'm seeing with this person. They're going to come in and give you the illusion, and then they're going to try to drag this out as long as possible. But I really do feel like this is like, it's the is not test. When you're in the is not, whatever it is that you're trying to get rid of is like kind of like a mini mirrored version of facing the shadow. The thing that you're trying to step away from is going to come into your face, and it's like, are you really serious about this step that you made? And if you sidestep this, then you straight. But the reason why I think this is so important is because the thing I'm seeing here is if you guys kind of slip up and I'm so glad that it is still January. So you could get this early, babe, because you need this, B. But anyway, if you guys end up slipping up with this person, there's a possibility that you could end up getting pregnant for this person or getting someone pregnant, and the relationship isn't going to pan out, So, yeah. That's crazy, bro. What we at? 29 minutes? Okay. At least we're not as bad as we were with Taurus. Can I get a card for Capricorn and their cross watcher, please, Spirit? Yeah, bro, this person is a little freak nasty. You know? Lord have mercy. Like they have a serious like sexual addiction in real life. You know what I'm saying? That's not what's hot in the streets. Love is not up in them. Capricorn, what is it with y'all with these two cards, bruh? One card for the cross watcher. Why do we get these cards with these hard names, bruh? I'm from New Orleans. I can't be pronouncing all this stuff. Ooh, dang. How'd that go? Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, I can't wait to tell y'all the cross watcher cards. It's hilarious. All right, so for Capricorn, we have Pleiades. Don't y'all dare judge me. And I'm Rama. I don't know. Ain't that sad? All right. First, it says, where are you being called to journey to? I'm Rama. I'm Rama. Where is it, dagnabbit son of a gun? 1 of 8. Okay. The Celtic word I'm Rama means a journey of the soul. That's interesting. A voyage on which we don't know where we are going, but our soul knows the way. If you pulled this card, you are either being called on a soul journey or are already on one. It could be to a physical ancient place or metaphoric. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. You are being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it is to journey to the world's sacred sites, or called to cross the country, climb a mountain, lie on the desert floor, or drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If a physical voyage is impossible, journey through the portal of your heart. Ha! Heart chakra. That's crazy. Follow the invisible soul trail and be willing to explore. Maybe read a book or watch a movie about a sacred time or place. Or perhaps you are being called to study an ancient lineage or body of work. Whatever your circumstances, your soul is ready to journey deep. You know what I'm saying and whatnot or whatever? The second card is double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. That's what I'm talking about. Yay. 116. Wow, y'all got a whole lot of aces. This is very divine. Oh, wow. The strength card is an 8. Your oracle card is an 8. This card was on page 108. That is so interesting. That's so weird. Very interesting. Anywho, what? I just read that one. That's not it. Oh, wait. Oh, 116. 8 and 8 to 16. It's so weird. Y'all are my first reading today. I'm always discombobulated with the first. Don't y'all judge me. Anywho. I'm not saying this word. I'm going to say it wrong. The Pleiadians? Pleiadians? I don't know, y'all. Are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet and sharing new consciousness through creations and technology. They have been incarnating on Earth since near the beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission: to grow at soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. And my heart chakra is lighting up again. That's my sign that spirit is like very much like in something. That's like the, yeah, I'm all up in this thing type of deal, you know? because love is all around you and whatnot or whatever. Anywho, they have been incarnating on Earth since near the beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission: to grow at a soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. If you have been called to write, speak, or channel, this is a sign to keep doing it. Your work is divinely guided. Of all of the souls, whatever that word is, are the chattiest. And so perhaps you have already started channeling some of this work into the third dimension. Thank you for doing your part in the great plan. Your presence and unique light is needed. Yes, dagnabbit son of a gun, I said that earlier. It's like, calling all light walkers. I told Archangel Michael, I was like, sound a trumpet. But I felt like he had gave me the side eye though. Anyway, Crosswatcher, you have no wait, postpone, pause, say no. That's talking about this person. Pump your brakes, B. You better pump your brakes. Pump them. Because this person is not at all what's hot in the streets right now. I think it's so hilarious that this card says no, right? But look at how long the explanation is for no. Let's see what this is about. You are being called to either pause or say no. Saying yes to something that isn't in alignment with you will drain your energy and your time. Hold out for a congruent, aligned 100% yes. Often, when we are looking for guidance to make a decision, it can be frustrating not to move into clear and considered action. However, timing is everything, and not receiving clear guidance is actually guidance in itself. Dang. Anyway, we all go through times known as waiting periods. These times are crucial for our body to regenerate, the new path to formulate, and the universe to begin creating things on our behalf. You don't need to be plowing forward all the time to move forward. A poignant, congruent yes, when the time is right, will put you ahead leaps and bounds. Don't force things now, just because it seems like the only option. Take a breather and wait. The waiting is actually very productive. For when the time for movement comes, you will be ready to dive right in. Dive right in. Okay. Use this time to regenerate and ponder what you truly want. Consider the options. If the options are not clear, don't fear, because this time is a gift. Use it to tend to your garden and take a rest, because your body is the garden of your soul. To take a moment from your busy life to clear the decks and prepare for the time in the future. Clear the decks? Oh, that she means that proverbially speaking. I instantly thought of tarot decks. I was like, is this a sign for me? Do I need to clear my decks? Sorry. So self-centered. For come spring, clarity will bloom and you will have the reserves, space, and drive to say yes and act and move quickly. Interesting. That got real. So we're going to throw the dice of resonance. I don't want to talk no more, y'all, because it's going to get even more long-winded. I had stuff I was about to say, and I was like, nope, I'm going on 40 minutes. But anywho, this is definitely a divine intervention, I'm just saying. But with the dice of resonance, if you're not familiar, it's the 12 zodiac signs, 2 clarifying die, and the ability to ask a yes or no question. So if you want to ask a yes or no question, you can go ahead and pause me now, you know. And I'm going to toss them out. I don't interpret these. I just, throw them and let them resonate. Whoa! Ugh. Which one was that? It was the one with a zodiac sign on it. And y'all, I don't know where it went. It fell on the floor and I don't know where it went. Can I just post under the video, like, what it fell on? Because I don't want to show y'all my butt. I literally don't know where it went, dude. That's crazy. So anyway, maybe it's just meant to be that way. We have the X, we have Moon, we have Leo, and we have yes with an exclamation point. And whatever that other zodiac sign was, when I find the other die, I'll let you know. I don't know where it went. That's crazy. Oh, Aquarius. It's under my chair. Thank you, Spirit. Look under the chair. Okay. Aquarius. So Aquarius, Leo, yes, exclamation point, moon, meaning that it could be a Leo moon. It could be an Aquarius moon. What's the moon going into? I don't know. The new moon. I don't know what sign the new moon's in. But I don't know. This is Aquarius time. I don't know. However it resonates. I'm not supposed to be interpreting things. And then we have the X. So however that resonates. So Capricorn, that has been your discombobulated February 1st through 15th reading. I hope that it made sense. You know, I hope it did. But until the next time, my dear, I will see you sooner than later. Deuces. Or when you cross watch.